Now for the increasing and decreasing functions, let's give an analytical definition for a function which is increasing or decreasing on an interval. Okay. So I have made few graphs and let's discuss the definition first. Now, let I be an open interval contained in the domain of a domain of a real valued function f Now then f is said to be, okay. Now then f is said to be, now what f is said, what that particular f is said, let's discuss it. Now number 1 then f is said to be, now number 1, let this be number 1. I have made a graph here. Now this is called increasing function. F is called increasing function. Number 2, let this be number 2. It is called strictly increasing function. Then number 3, it is called decreasing function. Number 4, it is called strictly decreasing function. And number 5 is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing. Or it can be neither increasing nor decreasing functions. Okay. Now what these functions are, let's discuss it. Now number 1 is increasing function. Now on an open interval I, if x1 is less than x2 in I, and this implies to fx1 is less than is equal to fx2 for all values of x1, x2 belongs to I, then it is called a increasing function. Okay, once more, on an open interval I is an open interval, if x1 is less than x2 in the open interval, and this implies that fx1 is less than is equal to fx2, then it is called a increasing function. Okay. Now number 2, strictly increasing function. Now in the strictly increasing function, what we can write it, on I, let it be the same wording, on an open interval I am writing on I, if x1 is less than x2 in I, and this implies fx1 is less than fx2. Here it was less than is equal to, here it is only less than. If fx1 is less than fx2 for all values of x1, x2 belongs to I, the function is called strictly increasing function. Then it is called strictly increasing function. Then we are having decreasing function. Increasing function, this one, decreasing function, strictly increasing function, not decreasing function. Okay, from top to bottom we are coming like this for the decreasing function. Okay, now for the decreasing function, on an open interval I, if x1 is less than x2 in an open interval I, and this implies fx1 is greater than fx2, greater than is equal to fx2 for all values of x1, x2 belongs to I, then it is called decreasing function. And fourth one, that is the strictly decreasing function. Strictly decreasing function. Now what it states, on an open interval I, if x1 is less than x2 in I, and this implies to fx1 is greater than fx2 for all values of x1, x2 which belongs to I, this is called strictly decreasing function. And if a function is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing, then we can have a graph like this one. So these are the four basic definitions for the increasing or decreasing functions, and I have given the definitions along with their graphs. Okay, so first one, increasing function, you can just check it. Second one is strictly increasing function, it goes directly upwards. Then decreasing function like this one, and strictly decreasing function like this one. Okay, so these are some basic definitions for the increasing and decreasing functions.